Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Price. This month's Ascension topic brings us to a culmination of focus since May, though all of the topics are a progression of information that build on each other in nonlinear ways, also, of course. But we've been through a time where the shift in flow is affecting the brain a lot. And that takes me right into this month's topic. Actually, before I do, quick reminder for everyone that I am teaching the final light language class this year, beginning September 9th. So if you're interested in this, it's your last chance this year to learn light language in depth with me and my team. This sacred communication, this nonlinear communication, it's expansive, it's natural to us. So I hope you'll join me in class if you want to open to more of your sacred nonlinear connection. This is actually a great segue into this month's topic, which is mind connections. We have been integrating a powerful shift that Ariane is calling a tri-wave flow in the brain, which is an oversimplification of what is truly occurring. But it explains the overall shifting that has been prevalent for quite a while. And Ariane has actually been talking about this for about 2 years in different ways, like being able to focus into detail, your laser-like focus, and being able to disperse your focus, your more connective, broad focus. This creates that enhanced left and right brain flow, allowing the two creative forces of masculine and feminine energetic flow to be utilized as appropriate. And this is the full flow of creation instead of just trying to action life into creation or just trying to energy life into creation. We need both here in the physical, using that full flow of creation in this realm. Then, since last year, they have also shifted into quite a bit of focus on the subconscious mind. And that brings us to this time of mind connections. The tri-wave is a stronger flow of subconscious to conscious. And for us, that's from the back to the front of the brain. And this activates the zeal point chakra or the mouth of God. This greatly affects the heart, the throat, and the head, that heart-mind connection. And this is happening now because we're in a wave of resonance that's aligning us with a more integrated conscious and subconscious mind, beginning to bring the subconscious more attuned to the superconscious. And let me explain what I mean by that. We are becoming superconscious. And a vital aspect of the ascension process is shifting the discord within the subconscious, which can be trauma, fear, pain. It could be from this lifetime or other lifetimes. It could be from the human experience and more. But it's not that you have to be perfect, or certainly not that you have to fix everything on this planet. It's that you have to observe what's coming up in your life and shift from an unconscious or automatic fear response, fight, flight, or freeze, when there's a wisdom choice available, when the past can resolve into the wisdom of lesson learned. And when the season of change is naturally compelling you to blossom into a new form, a new experience. As you do this, which many of you have been consciously focusing on for years, your energy field becomes clearer, stronger, more coherent, and unified. This is the basis of crystalline soul healing, that crystalline energy field where your information flow into life becomes stronger because of your clarity, because of your strength. You see synchronicities occurring because you're consciously and physically aligning with the vast, subtle engine that creates worlds. And this moves you out of unconscious reaction and into more conscious creation with life. That's what shifts this world. When the loving ones don't allow disempowerment narratives to control their creative force. They nurture new potential within their own sacred space within their subtle bridge. And they change their resonance to allow life to respond to creative inspiration rather than consistent disempowerment. And this saturates more empowered, loving information into the earth experience. Now, I also want to talk about the physical experience of this. And it may show up differently for you, might be unnoticed, but this overall shift has been creating a purging effect of subconscious information. So you may notice things coming up that you felt like you've already dealt with, but they're here to either tie up loose ends, show you where you're at, or just bring up a deeper level. And they should at least pass more quickly or be less intense overall. But you might find that memory is changing, not being as accessible or feeling farther away, meaning that it's less visceral. You might notice shifts in sleep or food. You might notice moods changing. You may have shifts with the throat or the neck, the shoulders, the sinuses. I've also been noticing a lot of buzzing on the crown or the temples and the forehead. Dreams or visualizations may shift for you. You may have shifts in concentration. I've noticed that I've often needed music to support my meditations, where before that wasn't necessary as often. It might show up as a shift in desire or drive because change is on the horizon. So something that felt very exciting may feel like it dims or vice versa. That's that notice of change on an unconscious level or subconscious level, even though it's not quite here yet. And your work is to consciously blend those endings and beginnings that are always in a state of movement that we focused on a few months ago. You want to nurture yourself through change so that you're shifting creation into a more dominant connection with life, your divine subtle self. For most of us, and this is strong in the upcoming healing transmission, this will mean more activation of the divine feminine energetic, the intuitive, the magnetic, the connective, the nurturing aspect of creation that is within each of us, and it's within all of creation. And of course, we'll take actions, we'll direct our flow using that masculine energetic. Yet, that state of embodiment that we focused on last month is imperative to healthy and helpful mind connection. And especially review that intention from last month's video. Mainly, our Earth societies have been very masculine with our mind connection and our mind usage. And that means when it's that out of balance masculine, because of course we should be using both, but the out of balance masculine usage of the mind is more aligned with like mental rigidity, right or wrong, control. We're in a time of more personal discernment and following our intuition of what feels true or not as it applies into our life. And that doesn't mean you don't pay attention to facts at all. It means that you're tapping into a higher truth. And you have to be constantly aware of the effects of your mind flow. And just because something's true, it may still be harmful to your creative potential, your creative harmonic. It's not a lack of awareness. It's a deep awareness of higher truth that compels connective evolution, your own connection, and therefore the evolution of the human experience, the evolution of the earth experience. And you do this just by living your life. And the intention I'll give you in a bit will really enhance this. But first, there's a little bit more information from the transmission, besides more of that activation of our divine feminine energetic. I very strongly felt Egypt coming up. And for you, it might trigger another resonance, but Egypt has a broad familiarity to us. And that in this instance, there were two things that stood out strongly. First, the opening of the mouth, which also means that throat chakra, the mouth of God, or the zeal point chakra that has been activating for a long time. And that is going to change the mind connection. And I've been seeing this even in the axiotonal alignment sessions for quite a while, where the energy field has a lot more of a white pearlescence to it. It's more integrated than it used to be. And that's that zeal point chakra activating, which is shifting the throat. It's the opening of the mouth, or the power of manifestation, that power of creation. Egypt holds a lot of energy around the divine masculine feminine separation. So we're healing that through our own integration of these two creative energetics. We're bringing back the power of the throat and enhancing the Merkaba flow so that our light body becomes more available to our creative flow. That's what elevates our creative harmonic, and it's your connection that does that. So there's a lot of power in the upcoming transmission, but I do want to give you a healing intention to use for the month to enhance your mind connection and, of course, your creative power. And it's a simple one. And it goes great actually with last month's intention to help keep building on embodying your power in the earth experience. So this month's intention is: my love permeates the earth experience. That passive, invisible force of love flows from your coherent inner realm into the outer, just like life is unconditionally flowing that love, that energy to you. That your powerful mind is connected so profoundly into your heart, your infinite engine of creation, that you know that you are changing life. You are preparing a future for you and for others that is saturated in love more than fear. And it's not manifest yet on a collective level. It's not your job to fix it all, but it's your resonance that changes your life and emits that information into the field of life on earth. My love permeates the earth experience. Repeat it in the morning, repeat it silently during wonderful situations and challenging situations. Shift whatever you're experiencing silently or loud. My love permeates my earth experience. Love yourself enough to nourish yourself in loving energy, because that will only ever be beneficial for everyone. Observe, use that mind connection to see the subtle clues of response from life. Here's a door opening, here's a door shutting. It's all just information flow. Life is always communicating to you because you are life's vehicle of creation. Love is the binding force of life. It's the connective force of life. The more you love, even when you are authentically moving through feelings of lack, the more you love, the more that love becomes available. Focus it, perceive it. Know that your mind connection changes you and it changes the earth experience. I hope you have an amazing September and enjoy the crystalline soul healing and light language.
Mea sam shairuma grandat ham, bremem a shora grandat sukrurit, gren tiratat uamem a, sum sham grandat him grandat, glel renensid shairumad, nur kramat sukrorant, krem akshandat teat urmat urel renaneat ad samchand, kam grandat him kraer uretsal, sham sukrorme, kam kroret, Kaneat akrayat sum shamemma ka kua. Huremem asut stairma kriete tier anend, klel remem such nem oar akrandat am sukrero. Brem hoara tandiet eklol, Jen urum akrandat urum tsan serut ukuret, ken sustaire krer rened aura, kam hukuarm, sum shandat tal renand, kamor krandat eretsa, Huarendet ramstut ansukuret het num sekrieret aurat, kam korma, hemshur na, tetsur de krel renai. Som shamo meo kroret tenen such mnem. Krum hakreret hat inum sucheret et sukremet et shupt and, klel rined en hurmnet arut, kanen hatsa chairat okua, kam sukur tet in such, prem handhair krur alernat et such prem hakrayent anean such, dane hrandat rut kolerem sam chairukur akrandat ham, Bramar en sancharet klel rindendet enem. Bramar akrayer en sam. Bramahandet kerstut an sakraim. Kim okroremat brera tandiet andat so. Sham ramdat ni et anor krod andiet krul ramdaurat. Mna harut atsachayr de krandat Bromat anandot koret kror tand innum. Bremot sanchayrum akrandat. Huemot uns tu kortand. Kramat al renendet. Damhat such amdo krandat el kor kranda. Sansayrat hand im. Korma Chan don saima kor shaurat krandat aur haneat suchut ankreet et sanum bram korandait an sukol sanshut daurat ham kanor kanamra krandat and satchot andom haram bram hakrandat il renandat utsum chanum habreandot ukurt knand hakrieret het sun sayend chaurat akrat klal armda urad an siderchum brimtak and krand had irundad urtand kral rini itsuchand sam sukuritet brim het korhand Sum sayromat shekrandat. Krandat hand kral rendan sum shayamam. Damor daurat akret andet sal chanet sekret tierenda. Konani komat anderat. Kon set shayet enen such daurat. Kanandat. Mesutsam shamot dand. Kanam tair und kumma